It's time to get your geek on with Dave Vermillion.
All right. Welcome here, San Antonio. Welcome here, Texas. Welcome here, United States, and all points beyond. My name is Dave Vermillion. You have found one of the most listened to talk radio shows for geeks in the United States. This is Get Your Geek On, and we have some breaking news that we have got to get to. Oh, my Lanta, they went and they broke the internets again with some big-time Star Wars news, and we'll tell you what that is coming up here in just a second. We want to remind you about the Texas Renaissance Festival. Over 650,000 people will be attending the event, but it's over November 25th. Time is rapidly running out. Get your tickets at texrunfest.com. This is Season 3, Episode number 22, and today on Freedom 1160 Radio and freedom1160.com, yes, we have big-time Star Wars news that we're going to get to, but is Daredevil on the chopping block? Is it possible that Daredevil will not see another season? We'll talk about that coming up here in a little bit. And what is the Disney streaming app? With all this news about shows being chopped, shows being added, shows doing this, doing that, live action series and this and that, we're going to talk about what exactly this Disney streaming app is. Also, we want to talk about some video game news. We haven't heard about this in a little while. Diablo Immortal was announced at BlizzCon, and the reaction was tremendous. It was a truly impactful response, I felt, and nobody really liked it, so we'll talk about what happened there. We got a box office bet that we have to talk about as well. Fantasic Beasts 2 will be coming out November 16th, and I think it's only fair that somebody here should be extraordinarily humiliated by coming up with a box office bet. And there was one other thing I was going to talk about, but I forgot what it was. I'm going over my notes here. I know I had something else.
There's video game news coming up, too.
Oh, that's right. So we have the League of Legends World Championship that happened. And if you missed what that was, if you missed League of Legends, and if you're already starting to glaze over, your eyes are glazing over, and you're starting to change radio stations, you may want to hold off on that because eSports is growing huge in China. It's growing big in the United States. It's growing big in Europe. How big and more we will get to here in just a little bit. So let's go ahead and let's roll on to our first bit of news, and that's going to be some Marvel news. Yes, indeed. In case you have missed it, today is Veterans Day. Not only that, but it marks the 100th anniversary, exactly 100 years since the armistice of the War to End All Wars was signed. It looks kind of funny looking back on that title, War to End All Wars, but still 100 years. And so we want to thank all the veterans out there, veterans from any nation, really. I mean, yes, we're an American show. We're a Texas show. Let's get that straight. But I served with the Air Force, the 136th Airlift Wing. My father served in the Army, unfortunately, over in West Berlin during the Cold War, and my grandfather served in the Army Air Corps, kind of an interesting hybrid there in the Pacific in World War II. And we can actually go back even further, but I know for sure your eyes are going to start to glaze over.
For people like Aaron, the Army Air Corps was the predecessor to the Air Force.
In case you missed that
okay,
one.
well, millennials sometimes don't know things.
Don't put me in that category. don't put me in that category.
Not yet. Don't worry, Butterfingers. We'll get to you here in a second. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and introduce my motley crew here before we dive into the Marvel news. Let's go ahead and let's talk to Butterfingers. Nobody else came up with a better nickname than that. So I think
that one little girl.
I think we're gonna roll with that. So Aaron Shapiro here. How you doing?
Good, not too bad. Still waking up still right now. So,
It's 4 in the afternoon.
I work overnight.
It's 4 in the afternoon.
And?
This is like his 4 in the morning.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I guess I can see that.
No, I'm waking up.
All right, and Goose, how you doing there?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Not too shabby.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Not too shabby. I think I'm in recovery mode now from the Celebrity Fan Fest.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
We had so much fun.
Oh, my God. That was a show. That was
50 shows.
And I think there's still just a couple of hours left.
Yeah, there's a little bit left from now, but we're going to have all of our pictures, videos, interviews, the whole 9 yards up on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GYGO radio.
What'd you think of that Aquaman trailer?
I'll say this much for it. It definitely got your attention.
Yes, it did.
It absolutely got your attention. So
Yes, I can't wait to see that movie
So
now.
big shout out also to PMX Events for having us out there. We do really appreciate them. Put on a good show. We really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, so Luke Cage,
Yes.
gone.
Gone.
Iron Fist,
Dead in the water.
deservedly gone.
Heroes got fired.
That was
The
gone.
new series.
But Daredevil, and I just finished season 3.
What'd you think?
I just finished.
Now that you said that.
I did enjoy it. I thought there was a little too much drama and angst
Yeah.
in the middle there. The first part, I get it. He's got to recover.
Right.
So, okay. But the middle part is all like, oh, we want to be Matt's friends. No, we want to get away from Matt. No, we want to be with Matt. Oh, my God. A little too much drama and angst, for my opinion, from my taste.
Okay.
But then it wraps up nicely.
Oh yeah, it does.
I enjoyed
Oh,
it.
that final fight between all three of them.
Yep.
I'm just saying, that's all I'm saying.
Spoilers, I have not seen anything beyond
you have-
season 1.
Well, you're not the only one. Because apparently the viewership is down over 50%
I think I
from
saw
season 2 to season 3.
One report said 57. I think. right?
57%.
Ouch.
Almost 60 at that point.
I mean, that's wow.
I mean,
That's just bone crushing.
and it's such a good season, and everyone I know that's seen it loves it, and it's like, why is it so?
There
low?
hasn't been a really bad season of Daredevil yet.
No,
The second season was a little on the weak side, but
but it ended strong still.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
We have a cosplay friend who does season 1 Daredevil and Matt Murdock like nobody you've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's Ethan Zepeda.
Yeah,
There you go.
That guy.
He's gotten
Wow.
confused for Charlie Cox.
Really?
Yes.
Actually, people did thought once that he was. Yeah,
Oh,
that he
did-
really was.
Did he tell you the
Cox.
time Charlie
wow.
Cox tried to take his glasses?
Yes,
What?
I heard about that. That was pretty.
He did
good.
a photo op with Charlie Cox and Ritter, and he got Charlie to put the glasses on.
Yeah.
But then when it was over, Charlie gave Ethan back his cane, and that was it.
He didn't get back the glasses.
Dibs. That was dibs right there.
So the showrunner, Eric Olson, came out and he talked to Newsweek, and he said, all I can say about season 4 is that we're very hopeful. The response to season 3 has been astounding, I guess. And I have had some early conversations about it, but there's been no official pickup yet. We don't know, and we're all crossing our fingers.
Well, the response to season 3 for those who've seen it
Love
has
it.
probably been awesome. But
much, yeah.
when 57% of your season 2 audience hasn't seen it yet,
It's kind of like our show.
So-
It's kind of like this show. Everybody who listens to our show loves our show. It's just
gotta-
getting people to listen. You know, that's the thing. That's the real
So
kick.
where do they get these numbers from though? Is it from Netflix actually saying, "Hey, we've noticed it's dropped," or is this from like how the
No.
other Luke Cage and Iron Fist were just not being talked about?
Netflix doesn't release that information. There's like somebody who figured something out that gives us that number.
Yeah, I don't know if it
Okay.
was conversations.
It's actually in the
Yeah.
CBR article.
Oh, is it?
I don't
Okay.
know, but
I didn't see that much on it.
so I'm going to call my shot right now. I'm going to say there will not be a season 4
I still think there will.
on Netflix.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There you go.
I'm calling my shot. You will see news coming out in the next month or so that says there will be no season 4 on Netflix.
I don't know how I feel about that because I want to say I don't know how long their contracts are still because I don't know if Disney's finally pulling everything off of them.
Well, Ant-Man and the Wasp
And-
was the last movie to be on there.
And contracts are 800 pages long, and they're written by Supreme Court justices.
Exactly.
And 47 lawyers per page are on these things. So I mean, I'm sure there's a way to get around
I
everything.
mean, they've done it before with Terrence Howard with his contracts. And
Yeah,
that's why he
absolutely.
signed on for 3 movies, and they're like, nah, one. That's all you get.
We're good.
I think it was their salary issue for Iron Man 2.
Yeah, because
wanted
he
more money?
actually, he got more money than Robert Downey Jr. and he was in less film, so that's why they pulled him.
Well, and I mean,
But-
if you want to talk about contracts, go talk to Le'Veon Bell over at Pittsburgh about contracts and renegotiation and all that fun stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, anything can be renegotiated
And that's
at any
true.
time.
So,
So
I
here's
hope.
here's why I say on Netflix, using my air quotes there, because the Disney streaming app will be coming out in 2019,
Ooh.
and they need content. They're going to give you content, but,
Oh, yeah.
but I think they want to move. There's no love lost between Netflix and Disney,
Right.
And people have known about this for a few years now,
Right.
They didn't give them Star Wars. What content there was on there, they were going to end up pulling.
Right.
Rebels, to my knowledge, I don't think Rebels was ever on Netflix, was it?
don't
I
think
haven't seen
so.
it.
So, but
believe
certainly like the movies, they got yanked. The Marvel movies, will end up getting yanked if they haven't already.
But I think it's on Disney. I think Rebels is still on Disney now, but you need a cable subscription.
Yeah, I think so too. So what is the Disney streaming app? They're going to call it Disney Plus, is what I've seen.
Did somebody say Disney?
I believe so, yes. I would love it if this series were on there. Here in Duckburg. I would love it if this were on that app. This right there would make the app worthwhile.
It's on Hulu though.
The original?
Do we have
The original or the new one with
David
I
Tennant.
have to double check if the original is. I know the new one is all over it.
You would know.
I know that's why.
Of all people, you would know.
But
Now I have to. Dang it! Now you actually have to check.
so apparently on our Facebook chat, found at facebook.com/GYGO Radio, Rebels was on Netflix in Mexico.
In Mexico.
But remember, just like everything else in the U.S., it's on Netflix outside the U.S.
And I'm guessing if you're listening to this, you probably still have the DuckTales theme song stuck in your head. I'm betting
in Duckburg, race cars, lasers, airplanes.
Okay, all right, we're done. We're done with that.
Oh, I liked when he sang it though.
Like
What's his
solves
name?
a mystery.
Yeah, we don't have it on Hulu.
Or
makes
rewrite history.
You think Mexico has it on Hulu?
DuckTales.
You don't.
DuckTales, Hulu.
Okay,
Now I want us to have it.
So Disney Plus, as what that's what I'm hearing they're calling it. Bob Iger has said it will be cheaper than Netflix.
By
Okay,
50 cents.
but he didn't say how much cheaper. Good point. And he also didn't say what part of Netflix. You can get
Yes.
Netflix for $8 a month, but you only get it on one screen, and that's standard definition. You're basically watching TV like you would have in 1992.
But with the
Yeah.
widescreen.
But with on a nice big white screen. The most expensive right now is $14 a month, and that's ultra high def on 4 screens. So take your pick about what cheaper than Netflix means from Bob Iger, the CEO and god of Disney. And by the way, I kid you not, I was Googling Bob Iger because he had the shareholder meeting today.
Right.
What's the first thing I see? Do I see the Star Wars news first? No.
Nope.
Do I see the shareholder news first?
No.
Do I see revenue? Because they release quarterly revenue.
Fox?
Nope. Fox? Nope.
Marvel.
You know what I see first?
Hulu.
Presidential aspirations for Bob Iger.
Oh god.
Oh, my
Yay,
God.
Fun.
Like Disney doesn't have enough already.
They need everything.
Sorry, why would he want to take the pay cut? and the loss of power.
That is very true.
He ain't wrong. So it will launch at some point in 2019, some point between January 1st and December 31st. That's
So-
literally as far as anybody has nailed it down. If they tell you otherwise, they are lying as of today anyway.
And see, here's the other thing to me. I don't think Daredevil is going to go to the Disney one. I think it's going to go to Hulu. That's where I think it's going to go because they already have Runaways. They already have the live TV subscription where they get gifted and a bunch of the other stuff too. I think if they want to be smart, put all the adult stuff on Hulu, make people pay for Hulu, put all the kids stuff on Disney, make the parents pay for both.
Well, now Disney does own a controlling share
They
of
own
Hulu, so
about
they-
60%.
So they could do that as well. I can
yeah,
see
because
that.
it was ABC and Fox, and they own both now.
I was
Yeah,
wondering why
exactly.
you had your headphones, right? You're having a problem with your headphones fitting because you've grown mouse ears. That must
Oh,
be
yeah.
it. All right. So Bob Iger also said, I'm sorry, let me backtrack. I'm reading the wrong part of my notes here. There are reports that say that this streaming service, Disney Plus, will have, are you sitting down? If you're
Yes.
driving on the road listening to us, you may want to pull over for this part. 7,000 episodes of TV and 500 movies.
And the episodes are just Hannah Montana and Lizzie McGuire.
Oh gosh.
That's true. Or if they were to do a Wheel of Time series, that would cover about a tenth.
And then there's
Yeah.
also Even Stevens and Kim Possible.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
That's it. That's all the shows.
7,000 episodes of TV and 500 movies, and that is from all over the Disney library.
That's going to take more than a week of vacation. Dadgummit.
So you could see Daredevil on there, but you could also see the original Parent Trap movie.
Possibly.
That
Mighty
could be
Ducks.
on there. Mighty Ducks.
Ooh, I like Mighty Ducks.
The Incredible Mr. Limpet.
Could we get the original DuckTales?
We,
Yeah.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Okay, right, we're done. Gracious.
Aw. I'm going to sing that song now.
But not all is well in Disneyland, at least in my opinion. Have you noticed there's a trend in their live action movies lately? All
That
of
makes
their
billions?
with the exception, well, that
Remakes of animated content?
yes, indeed. Live action remakes are the trend over at Disney, and that should, according to reports, include Disney Plus. Brace yourself for live action movies of Lady and the Tramp,
That would be interesting. CGI heavy.
Oh heck yeah!
Peter Pan.
CGI heavy, especially the crocodile.
They haven't done that before, have they?
Well, they did Hook. That's the closest thing we got.
Yeah,
A live action movie of Sword in the Stone.
Ooh.
that would be interesting. Probably.
I mean, Disney's very kid friendly. I could see a 12-year-old, pulling the sword out and all that.
Yeah.
And reboots of 3 Men and a Baby, The Parent Trap, and more.
How many times has the Parent Trap been redone?
Just twice.
Once.
I thought it was
Well,
like
I mean, yeah, it's twice if you include the original.
That's what I
the
was
Haley
thinking.
Mills,
right.
and then Lindsay Lohan. That's it.
Now, the original had 2 sequels. Or 3 sequels.
Yes,
did it?
that's true. Yeah, and they had spin off and that sort of thing. So
There's just too
you
many
could
movies in
also
that one.
see it gets even better. You could see a High School Musical series.
No.
Part of that
Please.
7,000 episodes could be High School Musical the series.
No.
God help us all.
15-minute clips.
You could also see a Mighty Ducks spin-off series
It's like the cartoon.
and
The
a
cartoon
new
they did.
and a new Muppet Show.
Because that worked so well on ABC the last time they did
Well,
that.
that was that you can't do The Office as a Muppet thing. It didn't work out that way. Got to talk to Mike Quinn on that one. But that's the rumor that we could get 7,000 episodes, 500 movies, old Disney, new Disney, and more. In fact, Ant-Man and the Wasp, as we referenced earlier here, will be the last MCU film on Netflix. Everything else going forward will be on Disney Plus.
Well, there you go.
And that includes a Scarlet Witch series, a Loki series, and a third project that is rumored to be a Falcon Winter Soldier series. Not confirmed, but that's the talk.
So, out of all the MCU people, and even including the Netflix ones, who would you want to get a spin-off right now, or their own series?
Ooh.
Like, if you could team up 2 people, like they have Falcon and Winter Soldier, so let's say if you want to team up 2 people, who would you want?
I would probably want to team up. Oh, okay. You're putting me on the spot now, too. I like this guy. I like him a lot. Let's team up. Okay, Hawkeye
Okay.
with. Let's team him up. I mean, I'm not going for a goofy comedy,
No.
buddy comedy series either. But I think Hawkeye definitely needs his own series.
Oh, he does.
But if you're going to pair him up with anybody, why not pair him up with Natasha Romanoff?
That would be good.
I mean, have a little ScarJo fun in there
That
at
would
some
be-
point.
That'd be really fun, I think, because the fact is, like you said, they have already shown us some of their chemistry, I guess.
They can't afford ScarJo though.
She's like, nah.
There's
I'm
no
good.
way. She would cost too much. So all right, so
Okay.
Hawkeye and who would be? You got to pair up with somebody cheap enough, but still interesting enough.
Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd, you think?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Hawkeye and Ant-Man. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, because he'd be that smart mouth, and I think Hawkeye would be like, really?
And Paul Rudd
Kinda-
doesn't have. Well, he kind of has a family, but he sees Hawkeye's perfect family, and
Yeah,
I could kind of see that.
that'd be good.
Kind of, sort
That'd be a good
of.
one.
Yeah, that'd be all right. But what about Star Wars? That's the big question because we know that the Clone Wars, they'll be getting a 7th season on the Disney Plus app, and The Mandalorian is coming. It's a $100 million budget on 10 episodes. That's more than Star
Wow.
Trek Discovery.
Yep, that's true. But it's also got John Favreau.
Yeah, that's
And that's a lot of money right
true.
there.
as
So they're
well.
gonna pay. They're gonna pay him.
Which,
money.
by the way, did you forget that Jon Favreau was in the first Daredevil movie with Ben
Yes,
Affleck?
He was.
He was foggy, wasn't he?
Foggy.
Yeah, he was. He was. That
And he
version of
directed the
Foggy.
first 2 Iron Man movies.
Yes, he did. A lot of people forget about that Daredevil movie for good reason, but
Yes,
still.
forget about it.
Bullseye.
It's almost like they're blind to it.
I didn't see that one coming. I can't think of
I
I
got
thought I
nothing
had
else.
another one. I thought I had another one.
The
but I
sequel
don't.
was Electric, or Electra.
Moving on. Now, here's the thing also is that all future Star Wars movies will be on the app. They will. They're not going to Netflix at all. Everything will be going over to Disney Plus for Star Wars. On Thursday, Bob Iger had a shareholder meeting, which he announced. We talked about this also. Revenue, earnings, all that boring financial stuff, and they also announced that there will be Get this, a new spin-off series coming.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Featuring Yoda? No.
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 Revan? No.
No.
Obi-Wan Kenobi? No.
Nope.
Jabba the Hutt?
No.
Stinky the
Jar
Hutt?
Jar Binks?
No.
Jar Jar Binks? No.
No. Heck no.
It's going to feature.
I want to see that.
It's going to feature. Get this. I'm sure this name immediately rings true with everyone riding around right now. It's Cassian Andor. Yeah.
Rising from the ashes?
I've come back.
You could say that at the turn of the tide. No, so Cassian Andor is that guy from Rogue One.
That guy.
Yeah, he's that
one guy.
one guy. I really can't just kind of.
With a weapon.
Yes, he had the thing.
Any clothes?
The guy with the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy. So
Ran around a lot.
So the first thing I heard about this news, my first reaction was, you're gonna make a series, not a movie.
Nope, not a movie.
Series with Diego Luna as Cassian Andor.
Yep.
Okay. But then I thought about it for about, I don't know, 30 seconds, and I was like, you know what? I'm glad they're doing this. Because for the longest time, if I've been screaming about one thing, it's that I want a series or a movie with characters that I know from the current era. I know current era is like 7, 8, 9.
Go
but
watch Droids then.
No.
So we're not talking about episodes 1, 2, and 3. You're just
No,
talking about 7,
I'm
8,
talking
9.
about the time we are in right now, November 11, 2018. I want a Rey spinoff. I want a Cassian Andor spinoff.
Okay.
I want a Chirrut Emwe spinoff. I want these crop of Captain Phasma spinoff. I want this crop of characters to have their own content.
With Rey, would it be a Blu-ray spinoff?
Hey-oh. That's what I want. I would even take a BB-8 animated series. I really would, because I want to know these group of characters better.
BB-8.
So when you watch the Cassian Andor series, then you go back and watch Rogue One, you know more about them. You can sympathize more with them because you know who these people are.
Well, at least with the BB-8 series, we know what to be balling.
That was
rolling.
That was a well-rounded joke. Very good.
I see him rolling.
So we have a few quotes here that I got from Diego Luna. I was able to reach out to him and get these. Quote, "I've been waiting for this app since I was 6 years old." That was very nice of him to drop that comment.
6.
We also reached out to Alan Tudyk, and Alan Tudyk gave us a comment as well. He said, quote, "I'm going to watch this series because Cassian said I had to." that was pretty good. And then we reached out to Felicity Jones, and Felicity Jones, hello. No, it is Felicity, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't that her name? Yeah. The one who charged way too much money for her autograph? And she said, make 10 streamers feel like 100.
You know what con hasn't charged too much for autographs?
Which one would that be?
That'd be the Celebrity Fan Fest going on this weekend.
That's right. You still have a little bit of time left to get on out there, so that's pretty cool.
And discounts on everything.
And the app will be, get this, it'll be domestic only.
Which makes sense, though. You're talking about the Disney one still, right? We're still
Yeah.
Yeah,
making sure I'm
about
right.
Disney.
Which makes sense, though. It has to be.
Disney Plus will be... but, you hear about, the UK getting this or Netflix getting that or Canada gets this or whatever, so...
It all becomes, I guess, down to... It kind of like what Hulu has to face. It comes down to the streaming rights where they can show it and all that. So it makes sense if they're going to be domestic only for at least like a year or so.
Exactly.
Well, that just means that The Mandalorian is going to be on Netflix everywhere else.
Pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for the US. So hopefully it'll expand beyond the United States within 2020. In the meantime, looking back on San Antonio here, we want to talk about our friends over at the Heroes and Villains of Cosplay. A bunch of them went out to the Texas Renaissance Festival this weekend, which is very cool. And I strongly recommend taking a look at these guys. Go to Facebook, you search for Havoc, HAVOC, Heroes and Villains of Cosplay. These guys do a lot of great work, and they're very, very good with their cosplay, and they'll be very good about helping you with your cosplay as well.
It's Havoc Texas on Facebook.
Havoc TX or Havoc
Texas?
Oh, actual Texas spelled out. Very cool. So Facebook.com/Havoc Texas. So we put on a weekly poll on our Facebook page, which we intend to do from time to time. Weekly.com. Hello, Facebook.com/GYGO Radio.
Don't send someone over.
And here's the question for this week. So Disney canceled the Clone Wars back in like 2015. And Daniel Logan came out in an interview and said that it was canceled because the show was getting too graphic for Disney. So I asked the people, do you think the show was getting more and more graphic, or was it really just not that bad? We had over 1,400 people vote on this poll.
Yes.
94% said it was not that graphic.
Whoa. So a landslide that it was. Not
It was
bad.
beyond a landslide. I mean, it was a crushing. 94% out of 1,400 people
Dang.
said that it was definitely not getting that bad. That's incredible. So, also incredible is the Navy. Yeah, all right, very cool. We got the Navy going on here. So wow, 94% wasn't even that close. So hopefully it really wasn't canceled for being graphic. Disney does a lot of graphic stuff. You may not think about it, but look it up. I mean, they own Miramax when Miramax did Pulp Fiction, for goodness sake. So, all right, so coming up back after the break here, we got some video game news for you we want to talk about.
Yes.
We're going to hit that really hard coming up. And also, we got a box office bet we got to get to. We'll be right back here on Freedom 1160 and freedom1160.com. Alrighty, welcome back from the bottom half of the hour news break. This is Get Your Geek On Freedom 1160 Talk Radio, powered by the Texas Renaissance Festival. With over 650,000 people attending the event going on now through November 25th, get your tickets at texrenfest.com. I am Dave Gramillion, and if you missed the first half of the show, well, you missed a lot. We pretty much brought you up to speed on everything that is the Disney Plus streaming app, everything we know so far, plus a few things that we just kind of speculated on, which speculation is a fancy word, meaning educated guess, educated being in air quotes. Also talked about if Daredevil is going to be on the chopping block next off of Netflix, because, man, it's not doing all that well. And also talked about the new upcoming Cassian Andor series, which everyone's just so excited about. You just can't wait for that Cassian Andor series.
By the way, it looks like it's going to be the first Star Wars Marvel crossover because apparently the Phoenix Force is coming to Star Wars because Cassian's rising from the ashes.
But bum 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 bum. I know we're supposed to get to this box office bet thing, but let me get to this real quick. Look, I am glad that they're doing a character that is in the current crop of characters they're doing. But man, nobody is excited for a Cassian Andor series.
I'd be more excited for the droid series based on that droid in the movie.
Yeah, K2SO.
But Alan Tudyk is going to be the Joker, so you know.
They're kind of stuck there. Sorry?
He can do two things. He can do both.
Yeah, it's all voice acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep him in the studio a little longer. I mean, what's the problem?
Hey, switch from voice, your Joker voice to that.
One's Warner Brothers, one's Disney. So
So you just swap out the Evian water bottle for the Dasani and you're good. I mean, that's pretty much it. Of all the people to do this with, I was hoping for a John Boyega series or a Captain Phasma series, but instead, I mean, just you cannot, it's physically impossible to get excited about a Cassian Andor series. Let's try this as an experiment. Listen to this real quick. A Yoda live action series.
No, I got one for you.
Hold on. See, Yoda live action gets your interest, right? Obi-Wan Kenobi live action series.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boba Fett live action series. Captain Phasma live action series.
I'm kind of okay with that. No.
Cassian Andor live action series.
Have you ever been fired from a job you don't get paid for?
This will be what, number 7 now at this point?
Something like that. But listen. Let's see if you get excited. Cassian Andor live action series.
You're just upset that it's not a
nothing
10 episode
there.
series.
Well, even that would be a little more exciting than Cassian Andor series.
No, because every episode we hear, I rebel.
Yeah, boy, no kidding. Every single time.
And it'd be the same facials every single episode.
Yes, it would. Also, don't forget that you can hear our award-winning podcast. We're on Spotify and iTunes, Omni, Stitcher, Google Play, and Sawdust. No? Soundbreak. MySpace. Enron.
How old are you again?
I don't know. What's the other one? I always miss one. Tune in. That's what it is.
One day you'll get it right.
But we are
Not this day.
we were named the best podcast in San Antonio in 2017. The only reason why we haven't been named it for 2018 is because they haven't done the nominations yet. So just kind of hang on, and we'll notch that one under our belt as well.
Oh yeah.
So you want to make sure to be on the lookout for that, I'm sure. But you can also catch our podcast as well. All right, so let's talk about our box office bets. So we've done 4 of these now.
Yes.
And I am proud to say that I'm 3-1. I did lose the last one. I was way off on Venom. So I had to sing Baby Shark with a Baby Shark hat on. You can find that video on our Facebook page and our YouTube page as well.
They say second place is the first loser, but the second place person never has to do anything.
That's true. So if you just make the safe bet, you should be okay. The problem is, though, if we all start making safe bets, somebody's got to lose. It's going to happen. So here's what we got to do. All right. So for this one, Fantastic Beasts and where to find them, the Harry Potter franchise spinoff, Crimes of Grindelwald's prequel, Star Wars story is coming out November 16th. And
pay no attention to him.
It's like Pirates of the Grindelwald, Fantastic Beasts, Star Wars story by Disney.
So
Soldier.
Pirates of the Caribbean meets Wizards, and Mickey Mouse has showed up to save the day. Gotcha.
That's called Kingdom Hearts 3.
It's a Kingdom Hearts thing. All right, so here's what we got to do. This is opening weekend, domestic box office total. I, being the gracious loser from the last one, I will go first, and I will call my shot at $80 million.
How much did the last one make, by the way? The first weekend.
Don't even have that information.
So you're going to go high or low?
I'm going to go 100.
You're going to go hundy.
Yeah.
$100 million.
So I can't choose 90.
You cannot choose 90 by default. That's not fair. So Goose, what is your choice?
Gosh.
So I put you either in first or last right there.
No, because I can't choose 90. I can choose anything else.
That's true.
He can choose 120 and...
All I'm saying is either going to be one way or the other.
No, because I can choose in that spectrum. I just can't choose directly in the number.
He can choose 91 million if he wants.
But I'm not going to be that guy.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm going to go with 85.
85 million. Okay,
Yes.
so we got myself down for 80. So I'm the low ball here.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
And I'm a high ball again.
Yes.
Yeah, last time you actually nailed it. The opening weekend for Venom was like 80 and a quarter mil.
Like a quarter, something like that. Yeah.
And you said 80. So that was really close. Goose, what did you say for Venom?
I think you said
like 5 million more than you.
Something like that.
It's
Okay.
right above you.
All right, so it was close.
It's one of those things where I was never going to see Venom. I was never going to spend money to see it. Somebody invites me over to their house and buys pizza, and I don't have to spend a dime on anything. I might see it then, but
gas money.
Please go see the movie, everybody. I don't want to lose. Please see the movie.
Yeah, so I call 80. I call 80 million. You called 100.
Yeah.
And Goose called 4.
85.
85. That's right. I was going to go with just 4 million.
Nope, 85.
You sure you don't want to call 4 million?
No, I'm good. 85.
Okay, I feel like you haven't been embarrassed enough lately, so let's say Goose says 4 million.
Nope, 85. Mark the tape, 85.
The loser of the bet has to go down to the corner, which is, is that McCullough?
9601 McAllister Parkway.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, close enough. Right across from the airport. Go down to the corner in wizard's robes.
Well, a wizard robe.
A wizard robe and a wand.
Yes.
And you can either do something really stupid down there for 5 minutes, or we'll make you sing something for 5 minutes.
DuckTales.
You can fine. If you want to sing the DuckTales theme song in a wizard robe and a wand, knock yourself out.
Now,
I
have a question for you.
I'm scared now, actually.
Are you going to be up close and personal with the person?
I will do better camera work this time than before.
Okay.
So I just looked up the Fantastic Beasts one, and now I'm kind of nervous.
Okay, what did the first one do?
What was the
opening weekend was 74 million. Ooh. So now I am nervous.
So now we just get the robes in a medium and a triple X.
Yeah.
We'll
so let's look at your
extra large.
We're gonna get you fitted now.
Extra large, what, in the kids section?
No, I still got a belly.
You get a little paunch going on there.
So big.
All right, so the loser, whoever that may be, has to go down to the corner and has to either do something really stupid for a while.
I think this one may actually be a little bit better than the first one, just because one, it's got the hype. The people,
please go see it.
People probably waited for the DVD since it didn't have Harry Potter in it this time.
Yeah,
but it did have Dumbledore, and this one has Dumbledore, and he actually looks like he's going to get in on some of the action.
True, and see, here's the thing: you've got to hit, 93 mil in order for you to be safe.
Okay. Dang it.
So that's the minimum it has to be. If it's isn't that right? It's 85 plus 8 puts them
90 million and 1.
No, because that's closer to 85 million than it is closer to 100 mil.
But it's whoever furthest.
Right.
Right. So you hit 80.
Yeah, there's a $15 million difference though from 85 to 100.
I know.
But he's saying if it's 90 million and $1, I'm closer than you are technically. Because you're at 80 million. You would be 10 million and $1
Oh, crap,
over.
that's right.
90 million and 1.
So as long as I get 90 million at $1.
And not even not even $1.
1 penny, yeah.
1 penny.
I'll go buy a second ticket and have the seat next to me empty.
You can start just buying out.
He's
Whole
gonna buy it off
Foods now.
the
Guys, buy this.
Oh my
I'll
goodness!
pay you a string or something.
So that's the deal. You know, there's another really good deal going on at Dragon's Lair of Alamo Ranch out on the west side of San Antonio, off of 151 and 1604. This is your comic and gaming headquarters. This place is tremendous. Yes, they have the action figures. They got the plushy little figures. They've got games. They've got paints. They've got paint brushes. They have comics and graphic novels, but they also have a knowledgeable staff. They have gaming nights, D&D, Magic the Gathering, the whole 9 yards, waiting for you over at Dragon's Lair of Alamo Ranch. Let's go ahead. We're going to roll on to the main topic now for the second half of the hour, and that is some video game news. Yes, that's not our traditional video game music. However, it is Veterans Day, don't forget, and we are saluting our veterans here at Get Your Geek On. All right, so, Diablo. Oh, yes.
And not 3.
the gaming behemoth that has become the Diablo series.
Yes.
3 games in, 3 games strong, all on the computer, and they're well, okay, not exactly. But they're all well-loved, they're well-funded, well-paid for by the consumer.
Yep.
And so now we got word at BlizzCon that there was going to be Diablo news.
Exactly.
So everyone's like, Diablo 4, here it comes. Only, not so much. Instead, we got Diablo Immortal, and the response was somewhat less than stellar.
I was curious, I see a lot of mechanics that we've kind of been begging for in Diablo 3 in this. Is there any plans to make this playable on PC, or is this strictly mobile forever?
Are there any? The current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC. Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
You can play on your tablet too.
Yes, it's also on the Switch. You're right.
Okay, so
wow.
Yeah.
They booed him off stage.
They booed. They booed him.
They booed him out of town.
There was a mosh, like little a posse outside.
So you're a wrestling fan, right?
Yes.
What got more boos, them or Roman Reigns on a typical night?
Them. That's a sad thing.
Them or John Cena?
So this news not only got
still them.
not only got negative reaction from the crowd, the stock dropped 7%.
I didn't even see that.
The stock price dropped 7%. Now there are other factors always involved, but this came after the announcement. Yeah. So you go for that.
The problem is though, their PR person built up that there was going to be Diablo news this year for BlizzCon. And then when everyone was thinking it was going to be Diablo 4, it was like, oh, you probably should tone it back a little bit. It's not going to be that big. And then everyone's like, oh, okay, well, maybe it won't be that big. It'll be maybe an expansion or maybe a new skin or a new character. And
so whose fault is that? Is it the fault of the PR guy, or is it the fault of the fans for having expectations in the first place?
Well, you can't say, you can't come out. It'd be like us saying that we're going to get this awesome guest. And, maybe while we're doing it, I'm holding a lightsaber.
We're getting an awesome guest?
Yeah, see, there you go. And it turns out that the awesome guest is the person who built the lightsaber.
Wait. It's almost like saying we're going to have Avengers on the show and showing up with a bag of dirt.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean,
that
would be wrong, though.
It's a little bit of both. I think they should have come out and said that they didn't tease enough.
Right.
Blizzard should have come out with a little bit more. You cannot go out there and say, we'll have Diablo news.
Right.
Because everyone's mind automatically, whether you like it or not, is going to gravitate toward Diablo 4.
I think the other problem is, I don't know if y'all watched E3 earlier this year. Bethesda did it best. They came out, they said, hey, we're going to have Fallout 76, we're going to do this. They're doing some mobile stuff, doing X, Y, and Z. And then, because everybody wants the next Skyrim or the next whatever. And what do? Just a title sequence. That's it. Nothing else. No gameplay, nothing. And everybody loved it. So, yeah, maybe do this and then just do a title sequence of, hey, a Diablo expansion or skin or something.
I have the perfect example. The perfect comparison. Let's say that before the Disney shareholder meeting, Bob Iger said he was going to have news about a Star Wars spin-off in the prequel era.
Okay.
And everybody would immediately go to an Obi-Wan Kenobi spin-off, right? I mean, that's where everybody would go.
Yeah.
Well, technically speaking, Rogue One is a prequel.
Yeah,
So that's your news, Cassian Andor.
that's true.
But
yeah.
it's not in the prequel era.
What it is.
The prequel era is episode 1, 2, and 3.
But anything that is before A New Hope is technically in the prequel era. That's the comparison that basically what happened here. So everyone's a little bit at fault. Plus, you announce this in a room full of PC gamers.
Exactly. That is their big finish too, wasn't it?
That was
Like,
know
the
your
big thing.
audience,
Yeah.
man.
Exactly. I mean,
exactly.
these are not mobile. So when you hear them say in the sound clip, don't you all have phones? It's like, yeah, but we're PC gamers.
Yeah.
It's like announcing a new Ford truck series at a bunch of Honda motorcycle riders.
Exactly. Well, I think the other problem is too. BlizzCon is here in America, right? It's not
Okay.
And right now, the biggest mobile market is in China, and let's face it, that's where they're playing this too. They're not even Blizzard's not even building this game. They're hiring some other company to help build it, and this other company's building it, and they're shooting for that China market. I mean, there's how many people in China that are probably on mobile devices playing games over
A
there?
lot.
About 2 billion.
So this wasn't meant for PC gamers. It wasn't even meant for American gamers. American gamers are finally starting to get into that mobile market, but it's a small niche still right now.
I'm sorry. Americans have been in that mobile market for years, but it's called Candy Crush.
Exactly. Now it's been 6 years since Diablo 3 came out.
Right.
You can't blame them for immediately thinking about Diablo 4.
It's like-
and seriously, that response.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe they've...
Don't you guys have phones? Hello, we all have
How do you want the
phones.
crowd to storm the stage right
Yeah,
now?
no kidding. So I took a look at the cinematic trailer that they released. 500,000 downvotes. That's literally as bad as the Ghostbusters trailer.
Get this though. That's not the first video. They took it up. They put 3 up and down throughout the whole time.
They actually pulled some? Ouch.
From now, don't quote me on this one 100%. I heard rumors there was one that was downvoted 750,000 times.
At the time that we pulled the screenshot, the Diablo Immortal cinematic trailer had 3,614,000 views.
It's like
19,000 thumbs up. 498,000 thumbs down.
Yeah, this was like the second one because they said they had pulled another video up, got like so many bad ones. They took it down, put another one up, took that down, put a third one up.
The Ghostbusters trailer, by the way, the 2016 has 45 million views.
Ooh.
1.1 million downvotes.
Wow.
Dang.
So,
But that was over the course. I mean, it's been how long ago was that movie?
yeah, well, a couple of years now.
And they're almost
But-
on track to beat that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the Diablo one, people really did not like this news at all. Now, the game itself looks pretty good.
Now, you know why Ghostbusters
gotta
has
say.
so many downvotes, right?
Why is that?
The power of pain compels you!
It's fun having a new guy on the show. I like all of our old jokes are new again. This is fun. The game itself doesn't look that bad.
I mean, the Command and Conquer one doesn't look that bad. It's not terrible.
Yeah, so I mean, at least it's got that going for it.
Like I said, they're shooting for that China market,
Yeah.
and that's what they're going for.
Yep.
And eventually, Americans will jump on it, and we'll start playing it too, because it's Diablo, and all these PC people are going to want something Diablo.
Now, speaking of which, let me go ahead and take a quick minute here to talk about our friends over the Texas Renaissance Festival. Guys, this festival ends November 25th. If you're going to get out there, the time is now.
Do it now.
You go over to Tex Renfest, that's texrenfest.com. Get your tickets now. It is the most highly attended Renaissance Festival in North America. It ends on the 25th. Themed weekends, gone. Campgrounds, gone. All the vendors and food and everything, all the entertainment and the shows, the jousting, the whole 9 yards, gone. If you're going to go, you got to go, or you're going to wait a whole nother year before you can get out there. It's just to the northwest of Houston. It is a true Texas and Renaissance experience. If you're going to go, you got to get out there. So head over there right now. Seriously, go on. It's okay. Go ahead. TexRenfest.com and get your tickets right now.
It jumps into a pocket dimension and leaves.
Yeah.
How did you know?
They fold the whole thing back up into the TARDIS and off it goes. So China just killed it in the League of
my
Legends World
gosh.
Championship.
I saw this.
It was a 3-0 victory. It was a clean sweep. It wasn't even that close.
No, it was nowhere near close.
As far as sweeps go, let me kind of compare it to you this way. It'd be like if the Spurs swept the Heat in the NBA Finals, only they swept them by, and every game was like a 15-point win.
Can that happen?
Not this year. But
I don't know.
Well,
Season's young. They ain't even
that's
had the
true.
rodeo road trip yet.
But
That's true.
I'm just saying, it wasn't even that close. It was Invictus Gaming just killed them. It marks the first time that a Chinese team has won the World Championship for LOL,
Yeah.
as the fans call it, League of Legends, and it is the world's most played PC game.
Yep.
So the biggest country with the most players has won the most played game in the World Championships. Esports in general in China, by the way, has grown from $7.72 billion in 2016 to almost $13 billion this year.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, this is crazy. If you've listened to the show for any length of time, you've heard us talk about esports for a while.
Yep.
Right.
And we've been harping on how big this thing is going to get.
Yep.
Just last year, when they announced the Overwatch League, you could buy a team for $20 million.
Yes.
Which we were tempted, right? We thought about going in on that sort of thing. Now
He almost took out a small business loan.
Are you serious?
He almost did.
Small business.
Small business.
You know.
20 million. It's a small business.
I was almost there, so just help fill in the gap. Now they're worth an estimated 60 to 80 million in just 1 year. That's how much
Triple
literally
to quadruple your money.
Yeah, triple to quadruple.
Yeah, so everybody who bought in on it early, like Robert Kraft, the guy who owns the Patriots, yeah, they've already made
Smart,
three to four times their money back already.
And the Patriots own the NFL.
Pretty much.
And now, esports.
15% more people are watching this year than last year.
Yep.
Revenues have grown 38% this calendar year. Disney will broadcast esports on Disney XD, ABC, and ESPN.
Yep.
Will have esports. And here's one more stat for you. If you're not convinced that there's
this
not
one's
money there, the most valuable esports franchise in America right now is Cloud9. They're worth $310 million. That's nearly identical to what the LA Galaxy is worth, the most valuable soccer franchise in America.
Wait, there's soccer in America?
That's what I was going to say next.
They're the guys who got David Beckham to come play for them.
Which means they got Posh Spice to move to L.A.
Well, hey, if she...
Or was it Baby Spice?
That was Posh.
Posh.
But if she's going to move anywhere, it would be Hollywood Boulevard. I mean, come on now.
She's the one Spice Girl not showing up for the reunion later.
Oh, gosh.
That's a shame.
So,
anyway.
I think I mentioned it before on the show, and I think I told you, I was at LFG Cyber Cafe doing a charity event for a 24-hour live stream, and Sam, the owner, had a League of Legends, I guess you could say, watch party going on that same night. Literally the quietest watch party I have ever heard.
Yeah,
that's how bad we were losing.
Oh.
And I'm there playing the game, and luckily Sam had one of the TVs up here, and I'm just kind of glancing at it once in a while. And then I had some people take over the game, and I was like, I'm just going to watch with them. So I'm watching, and you just see dead silence. You see everybody's face.
Was there a good crowd?
I would probably say in the realm of 30 people back there.
Yeah, that's
and
about right.
I heard no noise at
Wow.
all. We were making more noise between 8 of us up front, more than the 30 people in the back. As people are leaving, Sam looks over. He's like, "Oh, y'all are leaving?" They're like, "Yeah, there's no way they're coming back." And you can see people just walking right now.
Yeah.
Invictus was just killing them.
Yeah,
They
several
were.
of our friends of the show did the Extra Life 24-hour gaming last weekend. Juan Gonzalez of Con Culture Podcast and several others that we know that have been on the show in the past.
Yep.
It was fun event.
And we have some pictures, by the way, from a couple of different events going around San Antonio. You can find those pictures at facebook.com/GYGO Radio. Also, where you find our Celebrity Fan Fest, Alamo City Comic Con, any of the events that we can get out to, we try to get pictures and load them up there. Celebrity Fan Fest, all that fun stuff. So all right, yeah, but
it was so sad to see that match. And when I watched the last match, I'm like, I'm done watching. I was like, I went back to the game.
It was a beatdown, but
really
esports itself right now is just taken right off.
It is. It really
It's
is.
incredible how many people they think will be watching worldwide. It's being considered for the Olympics.
Are you serious? I didn't know that
It's
much.
considered.
The fact that's even considering.
Yeah.
Though.
But there's so many. I think they estimated that worldwide there are like 1 billion consistent gamers.
Yeah.
Which is not, your Candy Crush. I mean, people who get on PUBG and
people like
that sort of
me
thing.
So
PC.
in WWE 2K19, they have what's called the Golden Tower that you play, and then the top players of that, you have one guy and you beat all these wrestlers to get to the top, and they're going to take like the top 4 and fly them to New York, New Jersey for WrestleMania. And then the winner of that gets to play AJ Styles, WWE 2K19. And if you beat AJ Styles, you win $1 million.
Wow.
Wait, doesn't AJ? Okay, I could be wrong. Quote me if I'm wrong on this one. AJ Styles and one of the other guys has a YouTube channel for gaming, right?
Xavier Woods has Up Up Down Down.
Okay, so Up Up Down Down, when they were here in San Antonio for one of the wrestling events.
For Royal Rumble?
Yeah. They went to Game Over Games where my buddy was at. And my buddy has a picture with both of them.
Nice.
And he was like, yeah, they just came in. I was like, I hate you. You didn't call me. You
Now,
didn't text
after the
me.
show, I'm going to tell you about what they're doing with League of Legends, but that's after the show.
Okay. I have to see that.
Because I see his eyes starting to glaze over.
Oh, yeah.
Wrestling is just.
He's going to fall asleep.
I'm glad though that that they're starting to come over into the world of esports. NBA's done that, and Madden has done that. Michael Jordan is investing heavily into esports. Dallas is building this cathedral of an esports arena.
I'm going to go there. That's I remember you telling me that.
Road trip.
I want to go there. Yeah.
Road trip for sure.
See, this is why I want to get in Rainbow Six Siege. I want to play in one of those events.
This is why I'm like begging San Antonio, please, guys, don't fall behind in this.
No, don't.
We don't need a 15,000 person arena. Can we get something? Can we get UTSA and Incarnate Word and somebody to get all this together, please?
It would be nice. Go support local cafes.
I'm really surprised Austin isn't building something.
Because I don't think they're into that part yet right now.
Well, yeah, but you'd think Dell would be all over this or something.
True.
So, all right, so that will wrap up our Veterans Day broadcast here on Get Your Geek On. For Goose, for Aaron, and for myself, I do want to thank all of our sponsors, the Texas Renaissance Festival, Dragon's Lair Alamo Ranch, Havoc, and the Mailing Spot. Thank you for listening, and make sure to get your geek on every single day.